What's up, everyone? Today's August 3rd. We have some pre-market analysis today with Iranian news going on, which is good, possibly. You know how that goes. And then PMI numbers at 10 o'clock. So let's get into the charts and see what we're working with today. All right, what are we looking at? So this is ES on the hourly time frame. So mid-July, we had started a downward trend. High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Last night I seen that we had a market structure shift and formed a new week opening gap. So these market structure shifts, you want to pay attention. We talked about this in ICT. It's not guaranteed, but we could start seeing a uptrend here. So I have it marked out right here, and like I said, this new week opening gap is something we're keeping an eye on. Let's drop down to the 5-minute. We have some London highs, Asia highs, London lows, Asia lows, and previous day lows. These are our draws on liquidity. And then we have a 1 hour 50% retracement line. If the market wants to come down and tap this after imbalancing this new week opening gap. Also, what I've noticed was this accumulation overnight. So you have the accumulation, we could see a manipulation and then distribution, right? That's the AMD model that most people talk about. We definitely could see that. So keep an eye out. I honestly don't feel, unless we get a huge, 15, 30 minute, candlestick where we get a FEG in, and maybe we can continue down to these previous day lows. But I don't know. We have we have the 10 a.m. PMI numbers coming out. I know Trump's talking today, so it's all about protecting your account today and trying to find a news source where you're keeping up with Trump's speaking today. If you've been in the Trump market, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It just takes one little comment for the market to go 100 points in either direction. That's ES. NQ is a little bit of a different story. So same thing, high, low, high, low, high, low, and then bam, we get a somewhat of a market structure shift. It's not as pretty looking as ES, but I'm willing to, call it a market structure shift because now we have a high, a low, and not necessarily a higher high. But if ES is the stronger indice and, this is the direction we're taking, it's just not as aesthetic. But we'll call it a market structure shift here. Let's drop down to the 5-minute on NQ. It looks like it's hitting its it's hitting its 1 hour 50% retracement already. So, it's filled half of the new week opening gap. Is this the sweep we need for ES to continue? So, ES might not even hit its new week opening gap, and we're just going to, take off in the morning. If that's the case, then, longs, since NQ is very weak, we could look for 15-minute candle FEGs to come back into to start hitting this upper side liquidity. So it could go either direction today. Obviously, that's the market. It's a coin flip. But what I want to make clear is to pay attention to 10 a.m. news, guys. If you're in a trade at like 9:50, I would almost just get out. Anything before 10 o'clock, get in and out of. Wait for the PMI numbers to come in and keep track of Trump speaking today. That's it.